Authorities say Eugene Henley Jr., known as Big U, ran a criminal enterprise that committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of aspiring rapper.
Big U's son, best friend, played football team. He was living with Big U. And they were saying that Big U didn't show up for the funeral, never contacted the mother, any type of support.
The feds just dropped a bombshell that could flip the script on everything we thought we knew about Eugene Henley, better known as Big U. Once hailed as the man behind some of LA's biggest rap stars, he's now caught up in a chilling red rum investigation. But here's where it gets wild. Allegedly, the feds leaked surveillance footage placing Big U at the scene of a murder. The victim, one of his own artists. And this might not be a one-off. According to investigators, Big U could be linked to the mysterious disappearances of multiple artists once signed to his label. No bodies, no closure, just silence. And then there's the alleged hit list. If the rumors are true, the names on it will blow your mind. Major celebrities, influential street figures, nobody's off limits. Let's rewind to January 2021. That's when things were looking up for 21-year-old up-and-comer Ray Shawn Williams, a hungry young rapper out of LA. He caught the break. Every artist dreams of big. U took him under his wing, bringing him into the unique music fold. At first, it looked like Ray Shawn had found the perfect mentor, but things went left fast. He started disappearing, missing studio sessions, ignoring calls, going completely ghost. Big U wasn't happy. He'd pulled strings, booked studio time, and made big promises, and now his investment was going cold. But there was something Big U didn't see coming. Behind the scenes, Ray Shawn had recorded a diss track targeting Big U directly. The song never dropped officially, but it spread through the streets like wildfire. And once word got back to Big U, that was the moment everything changed.
I always say, you don't even about the gang murder, but when a football player, best friend gets literally turns up dead, you don't want nothing to do with that.
Fast forward to the night of the studio session. Tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Ray Shawn finally showed up after ghosting for days, but the energy was off from the jump. Big U looked visibly frustrated, and Ray Shawn, he walked in with that reckless, defiant look, like he had nothing to lose and everything to say. It was clear he wasn't there to play nice. Then, just hours later, at 8:42 a.m. on January 24th, 2021, Ray Shawn Williams was found dead in a ditch just outside of Las Vegas. The scene was brutal. Multiple gunshot wounds to the face. No phone, no wallet, no ID. Just a lifeless body dumped like it didn't matter. Word traveled fast. People started piecing things together. Ray Shawn had just been in the studio with Big U that night. Suddenly, everything started to unravel. By 2023, the FBI was connecting dots, and what they found painted a disturbing picture. Big U wasn't just running a record label allegedly. He was operating unique music like a criminal enterprise. We're talking money laundering, extortion, even human trafficking. And caught in the middle of it all was Ray Shawn, just a young artist who got pulled into something way darker than he ever imagined. To make it worse, the feds claimed Big U was at the center of a massive extortion ring. Rappers, athletes, influencers, if you were a high-profile name stepping into LA, you had to check in. No exceptions. Didn't pay up? Your car might get riddled with bullets. Your chain? Gone. Your shows? Cancelled. According to the feds, it was all part of a calculated system, and Big U was the one pulling the strings.
It's a mistake that everybody makes when it comes down to checking in. It's either you checking in to get set up and get robbed, or you checking in to get killed.
And here's where things spiral even deeper. Once the investigation gained steam, names started getting tossed around. Big names, corrupt, Snoop. Suge, Nipsey, all allegedly tied to Big U in one way or another, some through the music game, others through deeper, more personal street ties. But nobody was saying a word. Total silence. Then came the moment that shook the entire hip-hop community. The murder of PNB Rock. Because let's be honest, that didn't feel like some random robbery. See, PNB Rock was different. He didn't play by the rules, and he made that known. He refused to check in when he touched down in LA. In interviews, he straight up said he wasn't with all that politics, no gatekeepers, no fear. He moved without security, with nothing but confidence, even though his own girl had said she felt unsafe wearing her ring out in public. When asked about LA, PNB compared it to Grand Theft Auto chaotic, unpredictable, lawless. That exact GTA energy he warned the world about. It caught up to him in the worst way possible. He was ambushed at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in broad daylight. And this wasn't just a stick-up gone wrong. This had all the signs of a hit. Cold, calculated, executed.
Was that the victim, along with a female witness, were in this area eating at a restaurant when they were approached by at least one suspect who brandished a firearm and demanded property from the victim.
Unless you're gonna move around with security, like what is it? 100%. Gonna be like, that shit is ass, bro. People are targets in here, and especially they shot me out here a couple times. Bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit never. I'll be too dumb.
Just when things looked like they were finally cooling off, Boom Loose Cannon jumps into the spotlight in early 2024 and completely blows the lid off. During a wild podcast appearance, he starts talking reckless, casually suggesting that he and Big U were at the scene when PNB Rock got hit. Like, wait, what? Who even does that? Who straight up places themselves at a murder scene on camera like it's just another story? But he didn't stop there. In that same interview, Loose started throwing Big U under the bus with some jaw-dropping allegations. He claimed Big U was allegedly supplying firearms to gangs and keeping a record of the serial numbers, only to turn around and report them to law enforcement. Basically, Loose was painting Big U as a double agent, deep in the streets, but also working with the feds. And the wildest part? He made these accusations in a room full of microphones, cameras rolling, no hesitation, straight up calling Big U a federal informant on one of the biggest platforms out.
Scumbag stuff. He's focused on Nipsey. He act like,
then, just days later, things took another turn. Loose Cannon's own twin brother, Jermaine Williams, jumped on a separate podcast trying to do damage control. He claimed Loose was straight up capping for views-chasing clout, making up wild stories just to go viral. According to Jermaine, none of it was real. Big U had no involvement, and Loose was just spiraling live on air. But here's the real question. Even if Loose was lying, why on earth would he place himself and Big U at the scene of a homicide? Nobody jokes about red rum unless there's a reason. Then came March 2025, and the feds dropped the hammer. A massive indictment landed. 122 pages deep, packed with receipts, dates, times, names. And then came the real smoking gun. Body cam footage from a Nevada state trooper. Footage the public had never seen before. It showed a black SUV linked to one of Big U's close associates, leaving the remote site where Ray Shawn's body was found. The timestamp, it matched the exact night of that tense studio session. A few hours later, surveillance footage from a nearby 7-Eleven showed Big U and that same associate at the gas pump calm. Cool, like it was just another night. But the feds weren't done. They went deeper. A forensic sweep of a burner phone revealed deleted dashcam footage, blurry but just clear enough. In it, Ray Shawn could be seen in the back seat, visibly terrified. Then came the GPS logs. The phone's final ping? a landfill the exact location where Ray Shawn's body was later found. The feds said this wasn't random. It wasn't spontaneous. This was a message, a brutal warning to anyone thinking about stepping out of line. And then came the real kicker, the hit list. According to prosecutors, a Dropbox folder was recovered from Big U's encrypted laptop. Inside, a list of names with a dollar amount beside it. Some were crossed out, others circled. The list allegedly included labels, promoters, even former street figures who had switched sides. That same day, the official charges dropped. Big U was hit with first-degree premeditated murder for the killing of Ray Shawn Williams. Prosecutors said the motive was betrayal, and the execution was cold-blooded. But more than that, they claimed the red rum was a cover, a distraction to keep people from seeing all the other moves Big U was making behind the scenes. Still, the streets were split. Some believed Big U had been framed, that he had powerful enemies pulling strings, setting him up to fall. Others said he'd been playing both sides for way too long, and karma finally caught up. Even his nonprofit, Developing Options, wasn't safe. The feds froze its accounts, claiming it was a front to launder money and hide dirty transactions. Celebrities who once stood beside him quickly backed away. The man once praised as a community hero was now someone no one wanted to be seen with. And then the old wounds reopened. Big U's name got dragged back into the Nipsey Hussle conspiracy. Word had always been out there that there was tension between the two, before Nipsey's death. But now, the internet
has Nipsey start calling. So this is where I got mad at Nipsey because I'm like, did you set me up? So remember, I didn't see him no more after this meeting. Nipsey started calling me.
And this is probably what?
2009.
The feds dropped a chilling hint. Ray Shawn might not have been the only one. They believe other artists under Unique Music vanished too. Some were quietly deported, others just disappeared. No obituaries, no records, no trace, just gone. And even with Big U now behind bars, the streets are buzzing. Word is, he's still calling shots from the inside, allegedly using old connections and cashing in loyalty favors to clean up any loose ends. The scariest part? That rumored hit list might be real. And some of the names on it? People expected to testify when the trial begins. A few former Unique affiliates have gone completely silent, laying low, avoiding cameras, disappearing from social media. But it may not be enough. Sources say the feds have already flagged their names as high-risk witnesses. They're under watch, and if even one of them speaks, this entire operation could collapse. But behind the scenes, things are getting eerie. People close to the case are reporting strange activity. Witnesses suddenly relocating without warning, family members disappearing, hush money being passed under the table, unmarked vehicles following people late at night. It's like someone's working overtime to make sure the real story never comes out. Now the puzzle pieces are stacking up body cam footage, placing Big U at the scene, whispers of a coordinated hit list, missing artists, and a criminal web that feels way bigger than just Unique Music. This isn't just a music industry scandal anymore. It's starting to look like a live takedown of something massive. And the deeper we go, the darker it gets. But here's the question that has everyone holding their breath. If that hit list is real, who else is on it? Are some of your favorite celebs just one headline away from being exposed? With the feds fully locked in, the only question now is how far will this investigation go? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications because the next name to surface could shake the entire industry to its core.